Hello again, this is Major Steer from the 3 Core Knowledge Management Office. Today I'm going to show you how to create a team with channels in the new MS Teams. So as you can see, I already have several set up here, but I'm just going to walk you through the process. So what you'll do if you had nothing on your screen here at all, you would go down to the bottom and it says join or create a team. You'll click on that. Under that, you'll click create a team if you're trying to join a team. There's a code that you could generate from a team that already exists, or whoever has ownership of that team can get a code and share that with people, but I could show that in a different video. So we're talking about create a team. So you click on create a team. You can either do it from scratch, or you could create it from an already existing Microsoft 365 group. This would be good if you had a certain template for your organization that you would want them to stick to. It basically duplicates the channels that are created under the team, but I'm going to show you how to build it from scratch. So there's two options, public and private. If you make it private, people will have to get permission before they can join. If you make it public, then anybody who has the name of the team can join it. So we're going to select public right now for this. And I'm going to call it the 3 Core Test Team. And then you can write a description about what the team's purpose is. Okay, and then you click on create. At this point, it gives you congratulations, but then it'll also ask you if you want to add anybody to the team. So you can click on certain individuals within your organization. You can type in several that you want to add. You build out the list, and then when you're done adding all of the folks, then you click add, and it'll process through and it'll give you the option if you want to make them a member or an owner. So if they have owner rights, then that means they can manipulate the team and the channels with all of the same, or in all of the same ways that you're able to as the owner. So I'm going to go ahead and keep one of them for this because I'm just showing you. And there, now you've created a team. So really straightforward and simple. It's way down here at the bottom, 3 Core Test Team. Now, there are some things that you could tailor for this. So if you click on the ellipses to the right of that, you'll see the options that you have. Manage team, add channel, add member, leave the team, edit team, get link to team, delete the team. So manage team is basically the settings for the channel, or it gives you various options. I'll come back to that. Add channel is if you wanted to, a channel is basically these, they're kind of like subfolders from the main team here. So if you need to like break out your organization into smaller groups, channels are really good for those. Adding a member, that's self-explanatory. So as it was in the setup, you can add a member or an owner. You just click on that and then type in their names and set their permission level. Leave the team, again, self-explanatory. So if you leave the team, then whoever's left in the team is the team. So that's simple. Edit team, we'll go into that real quick. So you can modify the team name, the description, sensitivity, which it looks like you can't really manipulate that very much. And then you can change this team from public to private. Now, after you create a channel under a team, there's also an option for public or private, but if you set a channel to private, the only way to change that, at least under the old CBR teams, was to delete that channel and recreate it. So be careful when you're making channels that you set the permissions correctly from the beginning. All right, and then the other option was get link to teams. So that's if you want to share the team location directly with somebody. You click on that and it'll give you a link that you can then copy and email or put in chat to somebody and then delete the team. Again, that's self-explanatory. So going back to manage team, that's the settings for the team, and the different options that you have are members, channels, settings, and apps. So channels would be if you had any channels that you created. Right now, the one that defaults every time you create a team is general. So that channel is always going to be there whenever you first create a team. Settings, you can update the team picture by uploading something. You can change member permissions, so what folks are allowed to do, their left and right limits. Guest permissions, it's similar to that as well. Mentions, so when you are addressing your team, if you use the @ symbol and then type in the name of your team, so in this case it would be like if you're in the chat window for the general channel and you typed in @3core test team, then it would tag everybody who's a member and owner in that team, and it would send them a notification that would show up here in the little activity bell. That's the notifications, and then it'll say so-and-so addressed the team or something like that, but it kind of tags people and gives them a notification. So if you're managing a team, that's a good way to get everybody's attention and put out information for everybody. The team code, this is where when you're joining or creating a team, if you're joining a team, the person who's the owner goes in here under team code and they click on generate. If there's never been a team code that's been created before, they'll have to click on the button generate, and it generates a code. So then this code can be shared with other folks when they need to join a team if they aren't able to find a team through the normal search function of the join or create a team. And fun stuff, I'm not going to really go into that, but that's self-explanatory here. And then if you open that up, you'll see. Apps. So there's different apps that you can use within a team, and they will be created on the tabs of a channel. So let me show you that real quick. So I'm going to go to the general channel, and then if you click on the plus sign here, so there's defaulted tabs every time you create a channel: posts, files, and wiki. Posts, that's self-explanatory. If I want to type something to the team, I'll say @3core test team, and you can scroll down and select it. And then you type in your message, hit enter, and it gives everybody that notification that I mentioned before. So that's what Posts tab does. The Files tab is if you need to upload any files that will be specifically beneficial to the team. There's lots of options up here that you can see for uploading files. Also, if you upload a file in a post here, it should show up under your files section as well. So I'm clicking upload a copy. Once that's done, I'll click on send. Give it a little while to process that, and then see it shows up under files. So this is really handy if you have a channel that's created that's for a meeting. For example, the 3core BUA for Fort Hood, Texas. Since that's a channel that's specifically for a meeting, then they could upload the PowerPoint slides that are for that meeting to the file section, and people can collaborate on that same file. So instead of traditionally how we send out slides via email for people to update and then email back, this would be a good way where everybody can collaborate on the same product at the same location. it helps data not be as stale as well. So then I said I was going to talk about adding tabs. So Wiki, that's kind of self-explanatory, but I haven't really seen it used really well. You could use it for notes for a meeting. So it would be good in that aspect. But if you click on the plus sign here to add a tab, you can see there's lots of different options that you can use here for creating a tab. A Word document, Excel sheet, OneNote, if you're familiar with that, PowerPoint, websites. So you can make, you can put up some links to websites here for websites that maybe your channel or your team use on a recurring basis. So for me, one that would make sense for me, since we're doing the Vantage fielding this summer, would be a tab. That's the website taking people to Vantage. Another example of a good tab would be like our G3 publishes a phone roster every month. So they could, in theory, make a tab. That's the Excel tab because it's the type of file that is updated with the phone roster. They could create an Excel tab on the 3 core general channel, or maybe something more specific than that, but just hang the 3 core phone book there. And then again, similarly to what I described with the collaboration, folks can just update that as needed, especially during PCS season, instead of emailing it out once a month, which is effective, but the information might be a little bit stale when folks try to utilize it. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and delete this channel now. Delete the team, excuse me. And I'm deleting it. That's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the 3 Core Knowledge Management office. And thanks for watching.